Okay, hi Danny. Welcome to your lesson. This is math lesson number 51. This is math lesson number 51. I can tell your math is getting quite a bit harder because for your facts practice, you have to do 100 multiplication facts. So we'll see if you can do those in 5 minutes, and then we'll jump into the lesson. And the lesson is about adding numbers with more than 3 digits. So you're going to be adding like 5,439 and 7,211, and we'll see if you get those answers right, because you're definitely going to have to carry from the ones to the tens to the hundreds to the thousands. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to love it. Okay, so I'll let you get into it and get ready to do your multiplication. Ready, set, go. Bye. Alrighty, hi Danny. Welcome to lesson number 51. You should have done your 100 multiplication facts by now, and 100 is a lot, so don't feel bad if you didn't get them all done in time. That's okay, just try and get them right. You are doing great at all of this, okay? Today's lesson is going to be super fun. We are going to go over adding numbers with more than 3 digits. So these are going to be super big numbers. And then we're going to start checking 1-digit division, okay? So you're going to, when you do a division problem, we're going to figure out how do we check it to make sure that we got the right answer. So this is great. We have a lot of great math lessons coming up for you this week. I can't wait for you to see them. First, what did the area, this is area, say to the perimeter while arguing? I'm trying to talk to you, but I feel like you're just going around my problem. Get it? Get it? Because this is area and the perimeter just goes around. That's what it does. Of course they're arguing because this is, the area is like, I'm trying to talk to you, but I feel like you're just going around my problem. He literally is going around the problem, right? So area and perimeter, it would be hard for them to be really good friends, right? They're just different. All right, let's jump into the lesson. We are going to get started with mental math, okay? So get ready to do some problems in your head. First, we are going to learn to subtract a multiple of 10 from 100. So it's going to be either 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90. We're going to subtract that from 100. So I think you're going to be able to do this right away without a problem, okay? Here we go. 100 minus 40. Write your answer. For B, we are going to do 100 minus 70. Write your answer. And you have some beautiful cars to look at while you do these, right? You've got this one, this convertible, something, some blue car. And you've got this, some sort of red car. Okay, let's do C. 100 minus 20. Write your answer. D. All right, D is going to be a little different. I'm going to do it with you, okay? D says count by thousands from 1,000 to 10,000. It's appropriate that we're going to be looking at very expensive cars while we do this because you're definitely going to need thousands, even more than 10,000 to buy a car like this. So we're going to start counting by thousands, all right? So we're going to count 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Okay, that was easy, but as you know, it gets trickier and trickier as these go on, okay? Let's do the next problem. 465 plus 175. Write your answer. Take off, eh? All right. And then F is going to be $3.50 minus $1.35. Write your answer. Okay, G is going to be 346 plus 29. Remember how sometimes they want you to add 30 in your head and then subtract 1? That might be helpful. Okay, H. What number should be added to each of these numbers for the total to be 9? So they want the total to be 9. What do you have to add to each of these numbers for the total to be 9? What do you have to add to 6? Okay, I'm going to help you with that. What do you have to add to 4 for the total to be 9? What do you have to add to 7? What do you have to add to 1 for the total to be 9? Okay, perfect. Problem solving. Now, problem solving, how many minutes do I have? Hi, future Danny.
10, 15.
Danny, you want to say hi to future Danny? Never. He said never. Okay, problem solving. On Christmas Day, 1995, Marta's brother turned 18 months old. Now remember, it's not 18 years, it's 18 months old. What was the date of her brother's birth? So we want to know What month and what day was he born if it's Christmas and he's 18 months old? So you're going to have to know a couple things. You're going to have to know that Christmas is December 25th, and the year in this situation is 1995. And then you're going to have to subtract 18 months from that. There's 12 months in a year. All right, I'm going to let you figure it out from there and write down the month, the date, and the year when he was born, okay? Good luck with that one. So you'll definitely have to pause it there, and we're going to go on to the new concepts, and there's going to be more than one, so it says concepts. First, we're going to try adding numbers with more than 3 digits. And the way that you do this, just in general, is you're going to start all the way at the right, and you're going to add the ones first. And then you're going to go from there and add the tens. Then you're going to add the hundreds, then thousands, then 10,000. And depending how big the number is, you're just going to keep going towards the left. You might have to carry a 1 or carry a 2 if it's a 2-digit number. You put the second digit below the line, and then you carry the first digit to the next column to the left. All right, so we're just going to have to try it because you don't learn math by talking about math. You learn math by doing it. So let's jump in and do example 1. We're going to add this humongous number, right? Okay, so here's the number, and we're just going to start adding it. Okay, so we start all the way at the right because these are the ones place. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Okay, so let's start all the way at the ones. This is going to be first where we start. What is 7 plus 5? 7 plus 5 is?
7 plus 5. I don't have enough time to answer that.
He doesn't have enough time to answer. But you're going to have enough time when you're listening to this, so you're going to know it's 12. Put the 1 here. 12. Now, we're going to add the tens. Okay? 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 9 plus 9 is going to be 18. So how do we write that? We put the 1 over here and the 8 here. Now, this is important for you to start writing very neatly because if your columns are not good, then you're going to mess up because you won't know which one is in line to do next, right? So now we're going to do the hundreds next. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 5 is 8. So we don't have to carry anything this time. We're just going to put an 8 here. Now we go to the next one. 8 plus 3 is what? 11. So we put 1 here, a 1 here. Now we're going to go to the 10,000s. Excuse me. I know that 6 and 4 is 10. If you add another 1, it's going to be 11. And since it's the last one, you can just write 11 there. Now where does the comma go? The comma goes 3 over, 1, 2, 3. So it actually goes here. So I'm going to make a little comma there. And the answer is 111,882. Can you believe we added a number that big? Holy cow, we are getting good at this math stuff. Example 2. If you need to stop, pause the video, and take a little snack, just like cute baby Yoda here, you can do that. But actually his name is, we learned what his name was, isn't it? I don't remember. Maybe you can write it in your homework what his actual name is. All right, we're going to do example 2, and it says add these things. Now, it's not written in a nice column like we're used to seeing, so we're going to have to do that part ourselves. So let's figure that out. We're going to write 456. That's the first one. Now I want to add this one to it, right? So 1327, that has 4 digits, not 3. So what do I line up? I have to line up the ones place so they all line up. Okay, so this one's going to be, the 7's going to go here. The 2, I'm doing it backwards. 3, and then the 1 is going to be in a new column out there. Now we want to add this one to it, 52. So where do we put that? We put it here. because the ones have to all line up in a nice column. What about this one? 3,624. It's going to be like this. 3, 6, 2, 4. Notice that all of my ones line up in a beautiful column. All of my tens line up in the beautiful column. Now my hundreds, some of those numbers don't have 100, like this one. So it's going to be like there's a 0 there. Some of my numbers don't have 1,000s, but we're just going to treat the other places like as if there's a 0 there, okay? So here we go. Now we can finally add this big number together. I'm going to get rid of some of this just in case if I need to carry a 1, I have room to do that, okay? So let's start with the ones. We're going to add 6, 7, 2, 4. Whew, this is hard, right? But I know, let's see, I'm going to get a different color, like maybe like a nice gray color that's not too distracting. 6 and 4 make 10, right? So I'm going to keep that in mind. 7 and 2 make 9, so I'm going to keep that in mind. And it's like adding 10 and 9, so that's like 19, right? So how do we write 19? Write a 1 here and a 9 here. Now you'll notice in your paper, in your lesson, they write the 1 down here at the bottom, like above the line, there's a little space. And they write the 1, they write it right here, which you could do that too, but I'm not used to doing it that way, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to write it at the very top. But you'll notice that they do that in your lessons, and that's okay too. It doesn't matter where, as long as you get the column right, okay? Now we're going to add the tens column, and it is this big long thing, okay? So I'm going to erase that and see if I can make it a little easier. So I'm just scanning all the numbers. I know that 5 and 5 make 10, so if I cross those out, then I have a 10. And I know that 2 and 2 make 4, and this 1 is a 5. So it's kind of like adding 10 and 5. So I'm going to write 15. The 1 goes in the hundreds, the 5 goes down here. Perfect. Now, I'm going to erase that so it doesn't confuse us, and we are going to add the hundreds place. We have a 1, 4, and a 3, and a 6. So I know that 4 and 6 make 10, and so that's easy. And then I have a 3 and a 1 left over, so that makes 4. So this is 14. That column makes 14. So I'm going to write the 4 here. The 1 goes in the thousands place. Now we're going to add this. 3 plus 1 plus 1, that's easy. That just makes 5. Okay, and this is my answer. 5459. Where does the comma go? I'm going to count 3 over. 1, 2, 3. And the comma goes here. So this is 5,459. That is my final answer. Woohoo! We did it! Now, we're going to talk about checking one-digit division. Now, this is really important because it's going to come in handy when we start doing more complicated division. You can check a division answer by multiplying the numbers that are outside of this division box. And when you multiply those numbers, you should get the answer that is inside the division box. So what this says over here, usually the way it'll be is a problem like this. They won't give you the answer. And this means, what is 12 divided by 3? Now 12 divided by 3 is 4. But what if you're not sure that you got it right? If you're not sure that you got it right, you can multiply the answers that are outside of the division box. So it could be 4 times 3. Okay? And what is 4 times 3? It is 12. And that's how you check your answer. This should be the same as this. And you know that that's true because division and multiplication are inverse operations. Now, when we check our answer and we get 12, what they want us to do is write that answer, the one that's checked, right underneath this 12. And then you can compare this with this, and they are exactly the same. So to check the answer, multiply the numbers outside of the box, and then write your answer right underneath this one. This is going to be important later on, so I do want you to do this. I don't want you to just do it in your head. I want you to write the product right under the number in the division box. All right, let's do some examples, okay? Example 3. I know you're probably sick of this. That's why I put that, because you're probably sick of this by now. He's cute even when he pukes, huh? Alrighty, so we're going to do example 3, which says divide, and then check your answer by multiplying. This is problem A. What is 18 divided by 3? So what number can you multiply by 3 to get 18? 18 divided by 3 is 6. I'm going to write a 6 there, and then I'm going to check my answer by multiplying 6 times 3. And where do I write the answer? Here. 6 times 3 is 18. And since those are the same, we have checked it. Okay, let's do the next one. This one is 32 divided by 4. A little trickier, isn't it? So what is the answer? Well, we know that 8 times 4 is 32. So how do we check it? 8 times 4 is 32. And bam, we write it there and it has been checked. Yay! Now you get to practice doing this. So that is the whole lesson for today. Have fun doing your math. Can't wait to see what you do with it, okay? Love you, Danny. Bye.